As the years go by, many of us find ourselves gradually stepping away from large gatherings, loud parties, and social events. But is this a sign of loneliness? Or is it simply a shift, a transition where we no longer seek external validation, but instead begin to turn inward and cherish our own company? This isn't about withdrawing from society. It's about recognizing and protecting the things that truly matter. It's about embracing the deeper values that come with aging. If you're in your 70s, 80s, or beyond, and still able to do things that few can at your age, feel proud. These abilities are not only a testament to your health, but also to your wisdom, independence, and remarkable adaptability. In this video, I'll share 7 reasons why you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Your ability to live confidently, independently, and joyfully at any age is something to be celebrated. Now is the time to look back with pride, to recognize what you can still do, and to honor the freedom and happiness you continue to possess. Number 1, the comfort of your own company as we age. Something truly transformative happens in our relationship with ourselves. The feeling of being alone no longer represents loneliness or isolation. Instead, it becomes an opportunity for connection and peace. You begin to enjoy solitude in ways that were unimaginable when you were younger. The once dreaded quiet moments are now seen as precious, a space where you can reflect, recharge, and reconnect with who you truly are. Take the story of Mr. Tom, a 72-year-old man who has gradually shifted his perspective on social gatherings. While he used to be the life of every party, always surrounded by friends and family, over time, he discovered the joy of spending an evening alone. One evening, when invited to a large party, he politely declined, opting instead to curl up with a good book and a cup of tea. The next day, he realized how rejuvenated he felt. For the first time in years, he truly embraced the simple joy of being by himself, and that felt incredibly liberating. This shift isn't about avoiding people, but rather about realizing that your own company is enough. It's about finding peace in solitude and understanding that you don't need to constantly seek validation from others to feel fulfilled. As you age, learning to appreciate your own company is a gift that brings a deeper sense of freedom and inner peace. Number 2, energy is a precious resource as we grow older. One of the biggest lessons we learn is the finite nature of energy. In our younger years, we could burn the candle at both ends without thinking twice. But as we age, we become more discerning about where we invest our time and energy. The exuberant social events that once seemed exciting can now feel draining. This doesn't mean we dislike socializing. Far from it. It simply means we've learned to focus on what truly brings value to our lives. Take, for example, a large party. Once, the thrill of meeting new people, navigating through small talk, and dancing the night away might have been the highlight of the evening. But now, the thought of being on your feet for hours, shouting over loud music, and enduring awkward small talk seems far less appealing. Instead, you start gravitating towards smaller, more intimate gatherings, like a coffee date with a close friend or a quiet afternoon spent with family. I remember a particular evening when a friend invited me to a big event. There would be plenty of people, live music, and drinks. But instead of saying yes, I opted for a calm evening at home. I curled up on the couch with a good book and a cup of tea. The experience left me feeling more recharged than any party could. As we age, our understanding of how to manage our energy grows, and choosing the right moments to engage becomes a powerful form of self-care. Number 3, prioritizing what truly matters as the years pass. Something truly transformative happens. We start to value time more. No longer are we running after every opportunity or stretching ourselves too thin to please others. Instead, we begin focusing on what truly matters, relationships that bring joy, personal growth, and genuine connection. A key part of this shift is letting go of relationships that no longer serve us. As we age, we become more selective about the people we surround ourselves with. It's no longer about social obligations, but about cultivating meaningful connections. I realized this with a longtime friend. Over the years, our relationship became one-sided, where I was always the one putting in the effort. After some thought, I decided to distance myself and let go of the draining connection. It wasn't an easy decision, but it created space for deeper, more supportive friendships that truly nurtured me. Reflecting on your inner circle and the energy you invest in these relationships is crucial. Do they bring you happiness and growth, or are they simply taking from you? Life is too short to spend time on relationships that don't add value to your journey. Number 4, health and rest come first. Your body is constantly sending signals, especially as you age. One of the most significant lessons we learn is to listen to our health and prioritize rest. Social events, particularly large gatherings, often no longer feel as inviting as they once did. Loud environments, long nights, and sensory overload take a toll on both your mind and body. Take a crowded party, for example. The noise, the chaos, the constant movement, it can be overwhelming. Add in late hours and disrupted sleep patterns, and it's no wonder that some people begin to shy away from these events. But this doesn't mean you have to isolate yourself. Smaller, quieter gatherings, like a brunch or a casual tea, can provide all the joy of socializing without sacrificing your well-being. Listening to your body and making thoughtful choices about how you spend your time is an empowering practice. It's not about avoiding social interaction. It's about making space for the kind of interactions that enhance your life and bring you peace. Prioritizing your health means that when you do engage socially, you can fully enjoy the experience without feeling drained afterward. Number 5, noise versus peace of mind. As we age, something remarkable happens. We begin to appreciate the value of quiet and solitude in ways we never did before. It's not that we dislike socializing or being around others, but we start to realize that constant noise, whether physical or mental, no longer serves us the way it once did. Instead, we crave peace, a space where our thoughts can breathe, where the world's chaos doesn't drown out our sense of self. For example, think about the difference between attending a lively party and spending a quiet evening at home. In our younger years, the energy of a busy event, with its laughter and music, might have felt exhilarating. But as we get older, we find ourselves more drawn to stillness. I remember a recent evening when I chose to stay home instead of going to a social gathering. While the party promised fun and excitement, I decided to stay in, curl up with a book, and enjoy the silence. The experience was deeply rejuvenating, and it reminded me of the incredible restorative power of peace. It's not that I don't enjoy being with others, but I've learned that quiet moments offer a unique form of joy. These moments allow us to reconnect with our inner selves and recharge, offering mental clarity that no party can provide. For those of us in our later years, embracing peace is a gift, a way to nurture both our minds and souls. Number 6, independence feels empowering as we grow older. One of the greatest shifts we experience is a newfound sense of independence. It's the realization that our happiness no longer depends on external validation or other people's expectations. This independence isn't just about living alone or making decisions on our own. It's about embracing the freedom to live life as we see fit, on our own terms. Take, for example, the story of Mary, a woman in her late 70s who had spent most of her life being there for others, constantly prioritizing family and friends. But as she entered her later years, she began to crave space to make her own decisions. One day, Mary simply decided to decline an invitation to a family gathering, choosing instead to spend the day at her local library. She was able to enjoy time on her own, without the need to explain herself or justify her choices. In that moment, Mary realized how empowering it felt to honor her own needs first. This ability to say no, without guilt or hesitation, is a powerful one. It's not about cutting people off for being selfish. It's about respecting your own boundaries and understanding that you deserve to live authentically. As you age, this autonomy becomes an invaluable tool that allows you to truly connect with what matters most to you, creating a sense of fulfillment and contentment. Embracing independence brings peace, and it's a freedom that is uniquely earned with age. Number 7, embracing time as a gift. As we age, our perspective on time undergoes a profound transformation. We begin to see time not as something to be squandered, but as the precious gift that it truly is. It's a shift from the fast-paced rush of earlier years to a more thoughtful, deliberate approach to how we spend each day. With age comes the realization that time is finite, and how we choose to spend it becomes more meaningful than ever. Take George, for example. At 82, he's no longer bound by the pressures of a busy career or the demands of constant social engagements. Instead, he's learned to embrace his time in a way that aligns with his personal passions and values. One afternoon, George decided to turn down an invitation to a large family reunion in favor of spending time in his garden. He was in the middle of planting a new flower bed, a hobby that brought him immense joy and peace. The time he spent tending to his garden felt more valuable than any social obligation. George's story highlights a crucial lesson. Aging gives us the opportunity to be intentional with our time. It's not about avoiding others or shutting out the world, but about prioritizing what truly brings us joy and fulfillment. It's okay to say no when you need to. Your time is yours to cherish. So, as you grow older, remember to value the moments that nourish your soul, for that is the essence of truly living. Thank you for your patience. The points shared today can help you reevaluate how to live your later years with more intention. It's about prioritizing yourself, taking care of your health, and, most importantly, building meaningful relationships. Sometimes, shifting how we live is necessary to maintain our independence and happiness. If you agree with these ideas, feel free to comment 1 to share your thoughts. If you have personal stories or experiences to share, I'd love to hear them. Let's create a space where we can learn from each other and support each other on this journey.